Playoffs? Hell yeah, we're talking playoffs. Why wouldn't we? In fact, we should do away with the infamous Jim Mora inflection at the end in short order when talking about this football team. That should be the baseline moving forward pretty soon. I've been talking about the Jets in the playoffs for a while. All summer, in fact, you could peek back on my channel. Got some videos saying Jets are making the playoffs. Here's why. And the rebuttals, the lies, the myths that were spread about this football team, the NFL landscape, and the AFC in particular, of why the Jets had no shot of even sniffing a 7 seed, and the expectations for 2022 had to be pummeled into non-existence. And now it is time to check in on those lies because they have been revealed as such within the first 5 weeks of this young NFL season. Is that I was told that the Jets cannot make the playoffs, no shot, because the AFC is loaded, stacked. AFC West is the best conference ever. Everybody knows that. Best in NFL history. There are 11, 12 teams in the AFC alone who are objectively better than the New York Jets. And furthermore, I was told the Jets are way too young. All these first and second year players, young coaching staff, takes time to gel, slow down. No expectations can be put on us for a few seasons. And finally, the laziest argument of all, just mathematically. Come on, Buffalo. 2 wins to 4 wins to what? 9 or 10 wins? That can't happen. Math doesn't work that way. These are all lies. And I don't know if the Jets are making the playoffs. Right now they finish as the 5 seed. Would I bet on them to finish as the 5 seed? No, not yet. A win against Green Bay and I just might. But these were always lies. And let's investigate. And let's rip the wool off of these lies right now. Number 1, the stacked AFC conference and those 11 or 12 teams that are better than the Jets. Let's check in on them. I'm sure the Browns were one of those teams. We beat them. They don't have their quarterback. I'm sure the Dolphins were. We beat them. They don't have their quarterback. I'm sure the Steelers were. We beat them. They don't have anybody's quarterback. I'm sure the Colts and the Broncos were. And Matt Ryan and Russell Wilson have completely forgotten how to play quarterback, and those teams are in turmoil. I'm sure the Titans were. Titans, former 1 seed. Same record as the Jets, and let's be honest, they look like a complete shell of their former selves. So I don't know if the Jets make the playoffs. But if they don't, it's not going to be because the AFC is stacked, because what we've known forever. I didn't know that Russell Wilson was going to go out there and forget how to play football. I didn't know Tua Tagovailoa was going to start hot and then get injured. I didn't know TJ Watt wouldn't be playing with the Steelers right now. But what I did know is that every year over year in the NFL, half the teams that make the playoffs one year are out the next. More parity than just about any other professional sport. So none of that ever mattered. It was always about the Jets. It was always about the Jets improving and playing quality football and playing up to the level of their talent, and they'll be in. So now let's check in on those Jets. And reason number 2, the Jets are way too young to make the playoffs. Okay. Gotta love it. The New York Jets go out there and get 4 of the top 18 players on their board, and now that's a reason why they can't win in 2022. Poverty mindset at its finest, but it's a good thing that was a complete lie. Sauce Gardner, top 10 corner in the NFL already. Garrett Wilson, the number of receivers in this league that are probably more electric with the ball in their hands than Garrett Wilson, you can probably count them on one hand. And he already put our entire team on his back on the road and won us a football game in Cleveland. Breece Hall just had about 85,000 scrimmage yards against the Miami Dolphins. AVT in year 2. Any position on the offensive line, we need him to play, and he's game. Zach Wilson shakes off the rust the first half in Pittsburgh. Then he has a near perfect fourth quarter, clutch, big time stuff, and then plays mistake-free football for 4 quarters at home against Miami. Always a lie. The Jets are too young. Jets' young players are arguably the biggest reason that they're 3-2 right now. And then the mathematical fallacy. You have to have an in-between year, 2 wins, 4 wins, 6 wins. Then you can have your 9 or 10 wins. That was always a lie. When you make radical change, you can expect exponential growth. And no roster has been more radically changed this offseason than the New York Jets. And no change will be more impactful than a second-year Zach Wilson taking a big leap forward, which you have eyes. You see the improvements already. I'm going to be honest. If the Jets don't make the playoffs, I'm going to be disappointed. If we don't, is it a failure? No. I'm ready to slap a playoff mandate on 2023 right now, though. Not waiting more than another year to break the longest playoff streak in football. But I will be disappointed. This isn't the Major League Baseball playoffs of 1942 with the Birmingham Black Barons facing the New York Yankees. And like 3 teams make the playoffs. Almost half the league gets in. New York Jets should be one of those teams. We'll talk ball soon.